I need to go to Twitch real quick and make sure that it is definitely twitching. Let's see if we're twitching. Twitching.
Oh, I got the spinning wheel on Twitch.
Oh shit.
I got an advertisement.
It's happening. It's lit, fam. But my shit shows black, which means that I'm not streaming anything. Which means there's something that I need to set up on this. And I'm not sure what it is. Shit. Oh, no. I remember this. Sources. Bam.
Well, your volume is definitely going through because I can hear you.
Alright, sources. So the source that I'm going to use is display capture. Main screen, add, and it's going to be the first monitor.
I'm going
Awesome.
to mute Twitch just because I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
All right. I see you now. And Darnell, your video went away.
A video. Yep.
All right, so we're good. We have the stream going up. No copyright infringement here because of this guy's video, this guy's picture. But everyone, check out parablevisions.com. Amazing artist. Let's see. I want to go
Type
here.
of art that makes you think.
It's the kind of
Side
art
note.
that makes you think.
I'm looking for Press R Gaming, bro.
Press space R space gaming.com or press
Wait,
R gaming.
where are you looking at? Are you looking on Twitch? Are you looking on YouTube?
Oh, let me check YouTube's.
Wait, no, let him check YouTube. That way he can find it on YouTube, and you just look for it on Facebook. That way you manage Facebook, I'll manage Twitch, and he's managing YouTube.
So
Why the
Restream does not
why
have
the
an
hell
option for Facebook.
why the
Hmm?
hell do we only got we got no subscribers on that John? I thought we have like four at this
Damn
point in
it!
time.
This motherfucker got Periscope, but it doesn't have stream. Doesn't have fucking
Facebook.
Facebook. Like, come on, Periscope, bruh.
So right now we're only going to stream between Twitch and between YouTube.
That is
I'm on
completely correct.
I'm on YouTube, but I don't see where we're streaming at.
Okay, let's try to figure out why we don't see ourselves on YouTube. And we don't have any subscribers. I mean, one, we haven't put out anything in effing forever. So
Yeah,
there's
that's
that. When I type in Press Art Gaming, it definitely pops up and it shows that we have one video.
yeah. I do see the one video, Mass Effect.
And that was a year ago.
Right.
This should be live. This should be live streams. It's probably on like YouTube Gaming, bruh. Um, I mean, like literally, who fucking uses YouTube Gaming?
I
Come
mean,
on.
no, there's two Press Art Gaming live streams that are up. Both of them are
Wait,
from a
how,
year ago. There's the Press Art Gaming that's up there. There's Press Art Gaming that's down here. This one has 6 subscribers and 34 videos. No, yeah, you're looking at the wrong one. You got to go down. The Press Art Gaming that actually has the logo, it says Press Art Gaming live stream right now.
Yeah, Press Our Gaming live
No,
stream. Found
yeah,
it.
you're looking at the
oh
wrong
yeah,
one. You
I
got
see
to
it
go
right here.
down. The Press Art Gaming that
Live
actually has
now.
the logo, it says Press
Why we
Art
have
Gaming
two? What
live
the
stream
hell?
right now.
Yeah, Press Our Gaming live
No,
stream.
Yeah, I see
Found it.
this.
you're looking at the
Oh
wrong
yeah.
one.
Oh fuck! Does my voice really sound like that?
Yeah,
Bruh,
that's
we're not
crazy.
even gonna go there because we both sound like that. Just gotta
God.
leave it alone. That's why I muted Twitch because I can't deal with hearing myself. I'm gonna just scream and cry.
No, but your
In my
voice,
opinion.
like your voice sounds naturally fucking like monotone. Mine just sounds feminine. It's weird.
Well, mine
I don't
sound
feel
like
like mine sounds naturally monotone when I hear it. It sounds kind of squeaky still, but we're not gonna talk about voices because that's not what we're here to talk about.
That's true.
not one bit.
We are here to talk about League of Legends
We're gonna get into these patch notes and do an actual live discussion about patch notes. Since
patch
everybody loves
notes.
doing patch notes and TLDR, we think it'd be fun for us to argue about what we think makes sense and what we think doesn't make sense. Since someone likes
Absolutely.
to bitch about support and bitch about bot lane.
Well, unfortunately, League gave bot lane the like, shitty end of the stick. So,
Well, we'll
yeah,
see about that. We'll see about that. But Van or Aeon, If you'd be so kind.
Damn it! And you said the first
Shut
thing
up.
we said was
I
we
know,
was
the
going
first
to
thing I
use.
said.
I don't even care, man.
Yeah, I didn't say your last name, so they don't know.
That's true.
So,
Even though my fucking work folder was still up on my browser, I didn't think about that. It's gone now. Alrighty. Alright.
we'll get used to it. And if anything,
Okay.
if this video is horrible, it'll just get taken down. Or we'll see. Anywho, let's get into these patch notes. I'm Cross
Okay.
Echoes.
No. No, Grim.
Does everyone here have like multiple fucking screens?
Yep,
Cause
that's why we're able to watch stuff. But you didn't introduce yourself.
I'm Aeon, Aeonian King on League of Legends, but you can just call me Aeon. Aeon.
So let's
Um,
get into these patch notes.
we're doing patch notes and shit.
Let's not go into the basics. We know everybody that plays League should know that it's 8.11. So I don't think there's any real reason to read this paragraph
But
because
what
no
came
one
before
ever does.
8.11?
8.9 because I can't count. And I don't like 8.10 because I'm a jungler.
Oh, they did something to your chickens?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Poor
No, they changed the
chickens.
stupid scuttle, but I'm actually okay with the changes. I'm just a crappy jungler, so I'll just leave my life alone. So, Aeon, scroll down.
Excuse me.
Zoom tight.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right. Patch highlights. Champions. We got Pike, who's supposedly a support.
He is the first of his kind. He
Where should I?
is a support assassin,
Should
which
I, where?
I'm pretty sure
Where
he's
should?
happy for.
It's fucking
Oh
weird.
Lord.
Hold on. Look, before you go on your rant, since we haven't actually gotten down to his kit yet, hold on, stay right there. Let's just appreciate something real quick. Let's
Come on.
appreciate this skin. Let's appreciate how pretty that skin and the Sand Wraith skin looks, and the fact that my man's coming out the gate with 7. What is this? 7 chromas. See,
Yeah.
that's a pretty art. Cause that dagger looks so well, his dagger harpoon thing. It looks a lot better than it does in game. That's still a pretty skin right there while he's about to rape somebody in the sands.
I mean, but in his defense, half the things in the game looks a lot better than. I mean, like, a lot of things in the art are better than the game. Have you seen the art for Lulu?
Yeah, we're not gonna touch on that because I mean they did have to change his weird shark smile because it just didn't match anything
Why you look
from
like a bootleg Malzahar?
he doesn't look like a bootleg Malzahar. He looks like Malzahar meets Assassin's Creed.
He looks like no. He looks like Malzahar went to the Shadow Isles to tell you the truth.
Like Malzahar having to
In
cut a
this?
bitch.
That right there looks like Malzahar went to the Shadow Isles?
His original skin.
We're not talking about that. Look at the screen. We're talking about the
I'm looking
sand
at
skin.
the sand skin.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, no, they look like a bootleg Talon with no
Hold on,
blades.
before we go down, we do have to actually talk about Pike. For
So
the people out there that still don't know who Pike is, he's going to be the new champion that's coming up this patch. He's going to be the first assassin support since we finally get a new support that's
He
doing
will
something
he
completely
will not be
different,
played
completely off the
support.
wall. But I don't want to explain him because we actually have a support main. So Nell Grim, if you be so kind, start bitching.
okay. Wait. Explain his kit first, and then we get into that.
I was
I'll let you
I
go.
was gonna let you, but you want me to explain this kit and then basically you just comment on it and cry?
Oh, well,
I
yes,
wanna
let's do it like that.
I want to get
Okay.
on the support main thing. Is that really a thing? Like people main support?
Yeah, it really
Ooh.
is.
They don't get
Ooh,
like
just
you don't
rudeness.
get you don't get like this filled into support because everything else was taken.
No, I got into support because I actually did like the fact
He
that
cares. He cares
Yeah,
about supporting.
that's the thing. I actually care about the utility in the team. I actually know what's needed in the
That-
team match.
That sounds like don't
likes
worry, don't
being
worry
bitch.
about me. I want to make sure you get yours first.
Basically, he likes being the team's bitch.
How about for one, that's how I am in real life. I always make sure my girl gets hers first. Okay.
Good job.
So now we're gonna explain. We're gonna explain Pike real quick.
Go
So
ahead.
first off, with League's new classifications of people, Pike A lot of people have been debating if he's going to end up being considered a catcher or an assassin, and it looks like he is specifically a catcher. He's probably a catcher half or half catcher half assassin, but they're leaving him as a catcher. We'll see how that goes
So
since the league likes to change stuff.
And
it's
not
not
for everybody,
catcher
but
or
still.
it's not catcher or pitcher. That's completely different conversation.
Just straight catcher.
Just
So,
straight up catcher.
Aeon, could you do me a favor?
Sure.
Could you go to leagueoflegends.wikia.com and bring it up on the screen just so we can go over his kit real quick?
Sure.
Pull up another tab. What you doing?
Or show the video.
I don't want to show the video. But I want to
Sure.
just get through this quick. I'm not going to go through every last little tiny piece of them. I'm going to get through it, just talk about an ability, let you go into it. That way we're not, drowning on this forever.
Okay. Well, first of all,
If we do, this is going to take 2 hours because you're going to complain and I'm going to fight you.
League of Legends Wiki has he been added to this yet?
Yeah,
It
I got it up on my
should.
screen already.
I mean, you don't have to go through the whole video, just the part where it actually shows the ability.
There we go. What's his
Found
name? The
him?
Blood Harbor Ripper.
Pike, look at the P's.
I,
You know
I,
your
I
alphabet.
found
He's next
him.
to Quinn.
I
There you
found
go.
him. I've been had him up before you said shit, bro.
Look. I'm looking at it through Twitch, so I didn't know. And
There's
I'm
a
not gonna
delay.
lie, I kind of feel stupid for that. I know it's a delay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being mean.
You should be. You're a bad
All right,
person. You
so-
should feel bad about it.
So go back up to the top part first. And just from what we can see, you get to see that he has mediocre damage. He has a lot of mobility and a lot of crowd control. I kind of don't agree with a lot of crowd control, but it's whatever.
On a side note, he's a support. That's the basis of any support. You gotta have some type of crowd control. I don't think
Right.
he has a lot. I think he has enough for real. He only got 2 abilities that actually does like some type of CC. 2 of them is actually hard CC. One is actually, and both of them are something you have to actually land. It's a skill shot based
No,
ability.
I agree to that. I'm just saying when it comes to him having level 3 crowd control versus level 2 damage, I honestly kind of think those should kind of be switched around just based on what I've seen when it comes to him being played. I know his ultimate did get nerfed so that the damage isn't anywhere near as wacky as it used to be, but in
Which-
general, I just feel like his crowd control is level 2, not level 3. That's all.
Yeah.
Because
I
you know,
mean, that-
it's a
I mean,
hook,
that
it's
also-
a flow, and a stun.
I mean, but also that does depend on your play style because I know that a lot of people, as for example, Thresh, they take hook. Bad people take hook, 1 for skill, but usually
there-
you want to take the flay first.
Right, but they're not
Yeah,
talking
crowd
about that when it comes to this order. When it comes to that
Yeah.
circle that's up there, that just explains overall what the character has in their kit.
Right.
So I'm saying that yeah, he does have a good amount of crowd control in his kit. I just wouldn't classify it as level 3. I would classify it as level 2 because having a stun, a slow, and a pull, it's a good amount of CC. But considering the slow and the pulls on the same ability, I would mark it off as level 2.
Yeah.
There's other characters where they literally have 4 abilities that end up doing CC out
Yeah.
of 5 abilities.
Yeah.
AKA,
So I would Nihilus. Yeah.
right. So that's what I'm
CC
saying.
CC
That's
King.
all I'm saying. But regardless, let's get to
I
the
would
actual
do too.
abilities. So if you scroll down
Yeah.
to his passive, we have Gift of the Drowned Ones. If you scroll down to his passive,
Delay.
yeah, I didn't hear him say anything. I was hoping he would say something or fight back.
It was delayed, fam. I was on mute because I was eating some Sour Patches. They got Sour Patches that explode. It's called exploders, like Master
So-
Exploders.
So you like to have stuff explode in your mouth.
Damn right
I
I
mean,
do.
that's not news. That's not news. That's never been news.
That's the basis of what I base my life off of. Shit exploding in my
Then
mouth.
what? Then I don't understand how the person that likes stuff exploding in their mouth is still making more money than me. This is ridiculous.
Let's go back to Gift of the Drowned Ones.
That's how I've done it,
Basically-
bro.
Basically, when he's out of combat, or when he's not seen, not necessarily out of combat, but anytime Pike is not seen, any damage that he's recently taken from enemy champions, he'll regain back ridiculously quick. As you can see, if
That-
you want the numbers, 30 to 81% based on his level. But point is, he can regen a crap ton of health back to kind of keep him in. That's the first part of his passive. The reason why this is done is because any item that gives him health gets converted into bonus attack damage instead of bonus health. So instead of him being able to go like full tank and burst you down, he can only get up to 2,470 health because he only gets health based on him leveling up, not any item. Now, Grim, comments?
Yes. Basically, the passive with the health and converted into AD. I think that is a very good. I think that's a very good incorporation to a the first assassin support. You can basically one of the main things that supports actually struggle with is being highly squishy, and the ones that aren't squishy had suffer for having a lot of mobility. So kind of serves both purposes. So I feel
It
like
it
if
does
they
serve
would have give
purposes. I just feel it's weird.
yeah, it's weird, but I feel like it would have worked. Like if you give him build him tanky and then he just convert that into AD, a percentage that the AD kind of like how Vladimir converts health into AP into health, maybe what we used to do and shit. I think
Right,
that
but
would have
Vlad
worked.
can still at least actually build bonus HP.
Yeah,
I feel like a certain amount of his bonus HP should have been converted into that, but at the
yeah,
same point in time, he probably still should have been able to at least keep some type of HP.
yeah.
Because it leaves him
I'm
in a
getting into
very
that.
weird feast famine situation.
Yeah,
Because
I
you just are bad, you're gonna die
yeah.
every time because you have no health.
Yeah. So that's what I'm about to get into. Like I feel like that you can I feel like they should at least did something, give him a little bit more help or something like that, or like allow it to actually like at least build something into it, like a percentage of that still goes to bonus health and the percentage of that goes to AD. But I'm not a
Right.
developer, so I can't really say much. Now
I agree to that.
the thing that I do have a problem with the passive is the recovery of health. I felt like that would have worked a lot better on a different champion. I don't think he really needs that. For you to be an assassin and the support, one of the things that really gets in the way is your survivability. Now I understand you gotta get in and out, but when you get out as an assassin, you don't live. You get out to live. You get out to basically run, so you can survive. You don't get out just to recover and then come back as an assassin, I think that's counterproductive towards the identity of an assassin. As for support, if you was a sustained support, I feel like that would have worked out. A sustained crowd control support type of thing,
I
maybe some
agree
type
with
of mage.
I agree with
But
you to a certain extent because they've already proven that they've given a good amount of assassins sustain. And Kali has sustain. That way
yeah,
she can burst somebody down, run, but then burst somebody else down.
but that's in
Again, Kha'Zix
but
has
that's in
sustain.
battle. But that's in battle. All
Right,
as
but
you can see, all the
again, when
sustain
you
that you
tie it
have.
into his W, and when we get to his W, we'll explain that. That's the whole point. It's so that he can reposition himself to then burst you down if he got caught out in a bad situation.
What I actually meant in battle, I actually mean like actively fighting at that point in time. So as you can see, when they actually had their sustainability, it's always about I have to attack you, I have to really try to kill you so that I can get my health back. It's not
Right.
that
So, but
I'm going to
he
run and
doesn't.
chill. So it's like Talon. Talon's not going to just hop over a wall, stay in the bush and heal, then hop back over the wall to
Well,
start
no,
fighting
he
again.
doesn't have to hop over a wall and stay in a bush. He just has to not be seen. So usually when you incorporate his W, what he does is he gets out of
Reposition.
sight from you. He runs around while he's out of sight, and then he jumps back in. And then once he jumps back in, he's able to hurt you. It's kind of like Kha'Zix with his invisibility right now. He jumps in, he goes invisible to make sure that you can't target him, and then he jumps back on you and basically beats the shit out of you
Yeah, but
or
what I'm
bursts
saying
you
is,
down.
but what I'm saying is for an assassin to come back into for an assassin to go invisible for a moment and then come back with half his health back. I feel like that's I feel like that's kind of broken in the sense of a of assassin because because think about it. You know how OP will be for Rengar to use his ult, jump on somebody in the middle of a team fight, do all everything he need to do, then jump
Right, but
out the
the other
fight,
difference
then
about
come back in
Rengar
there.
The other difference about Rengar is he already has a heal built into his kit. So that way
Yeah,
when he gets stuck, he just heals it all back. Or
but
not
that's
all of it back, but he
also
heals the percentage back. But the other big
but
thing
listen.
about that is with the way that those champions work, the reason why it's okay for him to have this is because again, he can't build health. Everybody else, if you want, you can have an assassin that ends up having 3,000 health, that has 3,500 health, and still bursts somebody down better. He
Right.
can't do that. He can't do that at all.
Quick
Yeah,
question.
but
Really quick.
yes.
Guys, I just want to check something really quick. Where the fuck is the Twitch? Shit. I had it. I know I had it. There we go. I want to check and see if this picture-in-picture shit is working. I made picture-in-picture work. I did make picture-in-picture work. Look how fucking awesome I am, guys. Bow
All
to
right.
me, bitches. Bow.
I can't. I already sold my
Good
soul to
shit. You want a
Cthulhu.
cookie?
I would, but Cthulhu already owns me. And Penn State. So
You want a
yeah.
cookie?
I do.
Go ask your wife.
She's sweet.
Well, wake her up and get that cookie.
She doesn't bake.
Why would I be talking about bacon cookies?
Ha!
Oh,
I see what you did there.
I see
There
what
you
you're doing.
go. Let's move past his passive, because I do understand what you're saying, and I
Yeah.
agree with it to a certain extent. But
I
let's move past his
but,
passive, because we've been stuck on
wait,
I'm
that.
wait,
only silent on this
my
champ
bad.
because I give zero fucks about support champs.
We know
Um,
that, and that's why I want to move
Hey,
past it a little. Let's go a little bit
uh,
faster, because we are getting
wait.
stuck.
Yeah, my bad. I just want to say this last point though. I feel like that basically that like recovery of health was just something that they added. Like I don't think it needed to be there. The only thing they had to do is just simply give him a little bit of bonus HP along with his build, and they wouldn't have to put that bullshit as I want to disappear and get health back.
true shit.
I don't think it was added, considering he wouldn't have a passive without it, but that's a different story for a different day, because we're going to revisit his kit and actually have a whole video about Pike later, because me and you have already talked about ways that we would have changed Pike.
Yeah.
So
All right.
we'll,
So
we'll we'll have that video. But just to
all right,
quickly go over the rest of his kit.
on
Q,
to the queue.
if you it has two activations, either a fast cast or a charge. Fast cast it'll slow everybody that's in front of him. Pretty strong slow with some damage. If you charge it, he throws it and it's like a harpoon blitzcrank pull. Not necessarily pulling you all the way, but it's going to pull you a fixed distance. So if he
Is
pulls and it's right in front of you, the person will land behind you. If he
is a
pulls full distance, he'll go like halfway towards you, and if he pulls halfway, you can pull him right in front of you. So fixed distance
basically
pull and a slow.
yeah. So basically, it's a disposition. I
How do
actually
you
like
feel
that
about it
ability.
though?
I actually like that ability. I like it.
This
I feel like it.
probably
I
the
feel like
only ability that I think me and you will agree on, and we have no qualms with.
yeah, because I feel like that the quick activation with some damage, awesome. I love that. That's a quick like bam
Right.
get off me
It
type thing.
fits. It fits his personality. He can rip you real quick, or he can gut you from pulling you afar and basically get ready to jump on you and just take that ass.
And I like the little disposition. I always like my whole thing is I really do like disposition see any CC that is some type of disposition, whether it's a knockback, knock forward, um anything of that nature, pulls, anything like that. I feel like
All
that's
right.
a
So let's go on
good
W.
CC. Yeah.
Ghost Water Dive. I am in very annoying quorums with this ability because it's just a basic invisibility or it's a basic camouflage. With it being a basic camouflage, he also gets some extra movement speed that scales off his AD. It's a good ability because it ties in with his passive. It gives him synergy with his passive. I just feel like minus his passive that converts extra bonus HP to AD, that whole when I'm not seen, I get to regen some of my health quickly. I feel like they could have just put that as part of this ability to not split them up. That way they could also nerf how much healing he gets back. That's my feelings, but it's
Now,
just the fucking camouflage.
yeah. So, once again, I think that was just something they tried to overcompensate for the lack
Weird change.
of, yeah, basically
Like, oh,
that.
we don't have support AD items. Shit, make all the tank items work on them.
Exactly. So I'm
Better camouflage than Teemos. At least he can fucking move with this one.
I
Yeah,
feel
but I
like,
mean, if you're gonna make a non-traditional support, then just make a non-traditional support. If he's all about CCing is the perfect death, then just let him build damage.
But
He
look at
doesn't
it
need a
like this.
support item.
Imagine
His
how
support item is damage.
imagine how useful camouflage is for him. Like you go into the bush and now you got a quicker, easier way to get your CC because now Instead of the fucking supporter ADC hide behind the minions, you can sneak on
And
around there.
Yeah,
no, we're
it,
agreeing that
no,
the ability's
I
not
know it just
bad.
no, yeah, because that changed the game. That changed the game because like flash pulls has always been a thing. It will always be a thing, and I think this adds to it. Now you can go invisible if they too far away, then go invisible, flash, then pull. You know how much
Right.
distance you cover? That's
I'm
He'll get
crazy.
I'm
banned
I'm
more
not
than
gonna say
Blitzcrank.
that the camouflage is a bad ability. I feel like the passive in the camouflage could have been one ability. With
Yeah.
as overloaded as they've made other abilities, it just feels really lackluster to just make it you just camouflage. That's it. You just
Now,
camouflage. It's
now
like
on my
what's her face has a just camouflage, but she's always fucking camouflaged. Kha'Zix has I just go invisibility from just
Evelyn,
diving in bushes. It's like
Evelyn, right?
Twitch has just a camouflage, but Twitch has a
No,
kit that kind
no,
just an
his
ability that
camouflage
just a
is
camouflage just feels kind of shitty.
yeah, his camouflage is not just a camouflage though. It's movement speed and attack speed.
Well, I mean, he gets movement speed out of his, but
Yeah,
you're still taking the point. It's he gets movement speed and attack speed, and it's a camouflage. He just gets movement speed and a camouflage, and it
yeah.
synergizes with his passive. That's
So
lazy.
so basically, my only thing with that is I felt like that. I feel like of course they should have just still allow him to build allow him to build health. I don't know why they would stop him from building health. I don't think he needs the healing ability. And as for the camouflage, I felt like that maybe they should have gave him movement speed and basically like a on hit like some type of on hit buff. Like the first ability you use is some type of buff to whatever
Right, but
after coming
again,
out camouflage.
we'll dive more back in that in another video.
Right.
Scroll down a
All
little
right.
bit
So
more, just so
on
we
to
can
the
get this
next
out
one.
of the way. E, I think we can all agree that E's a good ability.
Oh, he's
You
he's sick.
dash, you dash, you leave a clone behind. The clone follows you after a small delay. Anybody the clone passes through it stuns and deals damage.
I
E's
have
a
a
good
problem with
ability.
I have a problem with the numbers. That's it.
We're not going to dive into
Yeah,
numbers. We're going to
we're
do
not
that
going
in
to
his
dive
video.
into it,
But
but the ability itself,
E, E's a good
perfect,
ability.
perfect. It's like
We
it's
can both
the
agree that there's small tweaks that probably are needed, but
I know,
again,
I
good
know
ability.
that ability is like the essence. I feel like they captured the essence of assassin support. It got great mobility. You can you got great positioning depending on how fast you're moving, your movement speed, getting in and out of a fight, and then the CC on it. I love it.
All right, and
Great
then go
setup.
to his alt real quick because everybody loves to talk about this man's alt.
God damn it, it's fucking old.
His alt,
Just a short
death
Oh, yeah,
from
stun.
below. He
this fucking
jumps in
old.
the air, he dives into the water, he pops out of the ground at target location since it's a blink. And when he pops out of the ground, it makes an X mark on the ground. Anybody in that X shape takes a good amount of physical damage based on his level and based on scaling AD.
So it's like
If
a
you are
weird
under a
Tom
health threshold,
Kenchish
you are automatically going to die.
fizz.
If he kills somebody with it, he's going to be able to do it again in 20 seconds, kind of like a Darius ult, but it's not true damage. The only thing that makes this worse than Darius' ult is anybody that was assisting with that kill, whoever was the last person to assist, is also going to get full kill gold and full kill credit. So, in essence, he is allowed to kill steal, and it's okay. That's not okay.
That is going to be hilarious to watch. I can't imagine all
Why?
the
It's
butthurt,
not a problem to watch.
all
He's
the
fine to do
fucking
that
butthurt
because no one's going to get
ADCs.
mad about him kill stealing.
Yeah, nobody's
Out of
gonna get mad about it
140
because
fucking
Wait, I'm
games,
sorry. I'm
he's the
sorry.
only one that I'm not going to be pissed
Is
off if he steals some shit
is the
from me.
support main really going to say that no one's going to be pissed about kill stealing? Have you ever stolen a kill in League and not got bitched at by an ADC? No matter how useful or helpful you are. ADCs are the most
oh yeah,
whiny, complainiest
Except for
little.
him. He's the only one that's allowed to do it now.
It,
because the ADC is gonna get the gold for it too.
Now, I'm happy
ADC.
that they nerfed the ratio because he used to be able to just like one shot someone at 1500 health, which makes no damn sense to me as a fucking support. But now that they at least nerfed it so that the scaling is down to 60% bonus AD instead of the original 140% bonus AD, it's a much more tame ability. But I don't
My
know. Just
my problem with
giving him that nut ass assassinate ability just
hey,
I don't it does not sit well.
I want to get on these notes really quick. They also so they don't receive the gold directly from the kill. They receive an item called your cut, nigga. This is your cut. This is how much you're getting from this. Just want you to know I
That's
got the
a
kill. I'm allowing you to get a little bit of this change. Don't get it fucked up. I love that. I love that, Riot. Please tilt ADCs more. Tilt
Oh,
them more.
by the way, Caitlyn, I understand that you thought you got the kill. Here's your cut, bitch. Go buy something. Go buy
I
yourself
mean,
something nice.
I mean, Aeon, just remember your wife's an ADC main, so
I love it, and I'm her support every time she plays. So it's gonna be hilarious to kill steal because she doesn't get mad at me for kill steal. She's like the only ADC who does not get angry at it. But every other
of course she
ADC,
doesn't. That's your wife.
exactly.
Now,
All other
my
ADCs
thing.
You're
are
like the
whiny.
perfect Rakan and fucking Zaya combo.
I know,
The
bro.
shit that makes everybody else.
We got the skins, bruh. We got the skins for
But
it.
you got the
Oh
skill
my
though.
god.
I
That's
mean,
the real question. What do you got the
That's
skill
the
though?
skill. I
have
got the
you
skill.
have you seen some of the games that we've duoed and I've done Morgana for her? I got the skills.
But do you have the skills as Rakan and Zaya? That's the question. That's what we're asking. Can you really play the duo?
Rakan's a trash champ.
You were
His Q
okay.
is.
Wait.
The rest of him is not. Look. We're not getting on concepts right now.
Yo!
We're getting off point. We're getting off
Rakan's a
point.
trash
We're getting
can.
off
Give me
point.
cancer.
Go back to the patch
You
notes.
give me
Let's
cancer.
just get these patch notes.
Wait,
off
I
the
didn't.
table.
Wait. My only problem with that ult. Wait. Fight.
I mean,
My only
like,
problem with his ult is dickheads, other lanes. That's all I have to say.
oh, and vulnerability is they're protected. They can still be protected by vulnerability, Guardian's
I mean,
Angel,
that makes sense.
intervention.
Like spell shield and invulnerability does make sense. I see so many times where he's gonna kill steal and someone's not gonna assist and they're not gonna get gold.
Oh wait, spell shield is still gonna grant him the. Oh, damn, so spell
Yeah.
shield does nothing.
Oh wait, spell shield does nothing.
Essentially, it's hitting a target within an execution threshold that is protected by spell shield will still grant him the ability to recast death.
Because spell
Well,
shield
no,
is
he
not
can
like a
recast it.
spell shield is
They're
not a real
they're not
shield.
gonna die. He's just gonna recast it. So basically, you blocked it once, but you ain't gonna block death twice.
Spell shield's not really
How?
a real shield.
What do you
Like,
think the
so,
cooldown on a fucking spell shield is, dude? Yeah, they're definitely gonna block it again. So that makes Morg a perfect support to
They're
go
not gonna
against him.
no a
How cool-
spell shield,
how cool-
not
how
black
cooldown?
shield, spell shield like Sivir spell shield, like Banshee's Veil.
oh, that
Oh,
shit.
it's weird
Fuck,
because they do list Black Shield here, so and voice shift. So I mean, I was guessing they were both spell shields because they're spell shields, but maybe I'm wrong.
Huh.
Maybe I'm wrong. Cross echoes. Please explain what a spell shield is, since Black Shield and voice shift obviously are not.
Because I was under the assumption that spell shield was anything that like just like it states, it would block any skill. It's not based off of just auto attack and your health. It's based off of
No.
whether
I take my damn
That's it.
L's when I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
A spell shield will block a spell effect. It will not block damage. That is why you're still able to get fucked up pretty hard with Black Shield on you. It just stops the CC ability or whatever extra ability goes along with that.
Okay. So well,
so
wait a minute.
Pike,
That doesn't
so Pike is gonna eat, so Pike is gonna eat through that John because it does AD damage.
We gonna hit
Right.
this shit right here. We gonna
That's-
hit this shit right here. We gonna go spell shield. Spell shield.
Spell shield is for magic damage and CC. Period.
Spell shield. Spell.
what's the point in even stating that? Because that's obvious.
Yeah.
See, the spell will not block the damage of it, but like crowd control.
Well, okay,
Crowd
that's
control.
why it's doing that because Sivir's spell shield is actually listed there. Okay, so that's why they're trying to state that. No, it does make the sense on the whole factor of Black Shield, like you were stating. I'm just thinking based on the way it tried to word it out, it was more talking about Nocturne and Sivir, as I stated, and Banshee Veil.
I was wrong.
No, you weren't
does-
wrong. It's the wiki made it look like you were wrong because the wiki
does-
made that part confusing. Because
Well,
it
it
showed
does-
Black Shield and it showed freaking Malzahar's passive. But I knew what I was talking about.
Should we see who edits these
And
wikis?
see, look, it says other. It says other. Other even has Morgana's thing still there, which is why I'm like, that's. Look, dumb post, get off it. I don't
Wait,
want to know
one
who the
second,
hell
one
manages
second.
it.
So basically,
Bay.
Really
it's like the.
manage-
All right, so all right, so
Morgana's Bay.
this is how I'm going to determine this. Is any shield that does not grant extra health. So if it's not Lulu, if it's
Let's
not
go back
if it's
to
not
that
Lulu and
note.
Janna.
We gotta get through these patch notes.
Okay, back to the patch notes. Next.
Excuse me.
So let's see. When we're back to patch notes, first thing it's talking about is Anivia. So Aeon can finally actually talk and comment on stuff.
Go.
So this mana changes hit the 8.9 mana changes hit Nivea harder than most mages.
Really,
So
you gonna read this? We're
yeah,
commenting on this crap. You don't gotta read exactly what they say. Just let them know what they need to know.
it's
They
helping her
nerf.
get a little
They
bit. It's helping her. Well, actually, it's not helping her. It's lowering her cooldowns a little bit, which is pretty good. It doesn't give her back like all of her wave clear, but it does help her wave clear a little bit.
it helps, but is it enough? Hell no.
No,
That's not really a buff.
dude,
That's about as much of a buff as we're gonna give you 5 movement speed
that's
back.
a
That's a
point
baby
zero
ass buff.
five ability
Like,
power change,
that's a
dude.
baby ass buff. You get 2 extra seconds in the early game, and you get
Yo,
0.05.
wait,
That ain't shit.
wait,
That
but
ain't
you
doing
know that no, those 2 seconds gonna make a big difference in the early game though.
Look,
Late game, that can make no
I'll
difference.
admit that the 2 seconds will make a big difference, especially when you get your QE combo. All I'm saying is it enough?
No.
Not really.
It's not enough for the matchups that she's struggling with right now, but for the people that already struggle with Olivia's matchups, it's gonna be a lot harder. It's gonna be a hell of a lot harder.
That's true.
I haven't
But
played
since you want to
Nivea
talk,
since they changed her
since
fucking
you want
off.
to talk about struggle, let's go down to the next person. Because all I gotta
Uh,
say is one thing: fuck Graves. Fuck Graves. Fuck his cigar.
Graves should just be
Rampage
happy.
and
Whoa,
fucking Jackson ass nigga.
this cigar didn't have nothing to do with this. Like,
Graves
can
should
you
just
chill,
be-
He
bro?
doesn't.
Graves
But
should just
my
be
problem
happy
with
he got his
Graves right
cancer
now
stick back.
He is fucking
cool.
running amok in everything because he's so damn impressive. And they want to talk about this being a nerf. Ooh, we took away 3 damage. Ooh, we increased his cooldowns by 10 seconds. By 10 seconds, then by 5 seconds, then by no seconds. Yeah, nah, fuck Graves. This is not going to fix the problem that they created with Graves.
The good
I
news is
still-
you'll only have to worry about this at higher elos because at your elo and at my
Yeah.
elo right now,
Yeah,
No one plays Graves.
except when Graves was in my match the
no,
other day.
what you talking about?
Graves raped my team.
We talking about? I get a Graves jungle every 3 matches, and the shit's
Damn.
irritating. Nigga, can I get a tank? Please, can I
Graves
get a
is
tank?
wrecking. Unless the Graves that's playing is stupid, Graves is
Oh,
just straight up wrecking the
y'all
other
need to come
team.
back to bronze
I
5
don't
like me.
know. I don't know, sir. Should I ask the 4-year-old or should I ask the 14-year-old that's playing Graves at 4 o'clock in the morning, which his IQ is?
Maybe.
Let's be
Because
real.
if he's losing, that's saying something.
Let's be real. They're probably on Adderall. They're probably like binging this fucking game.
Look. He saw.
Oh, that
Faker
makes it
when he-
better.
Look, he saw Faker when he was 10. He knew what he wanted to do for the rest of his life. So he's just trying to get on.
Masturbate
He
to
won-
he wanted to masturbate to Morgana's and shit.
Be a
He's
disappointment to
trying
their
to get on
parents.
Faker's level. So, now that I'm done screaming about Graves, because that's not a nerf, let's talk about this Kha'Zix change, because this is actually a pretty significant change, and I'm so happy for it. They're kind of doing a mini revert / different change to Kha'Zix Ultimate, because it's busted. And
Oh wait, that's fucked up. They get rid of the
is
bush
stupid.
check?
yes,
Yo,
you didn't know they were
come
doing that?
on, man.
No, because that's fucking stupid. Like, why would they like do?
Why? Do you know what Bush Check does for Kha'Zix?
Yes, it makes him
What?
fucking broken.
Yes,
makes it
it
so-
allows him to literally go from one side of the map to the other corner of the map, and no one sees him. That's stupid.
That's awesome.
That's stupid.
He's a stealth champion.
It's not about him being a stealth champion. It's about he's completely invisible. If it was camouflage, I'd be fine with it because pink wards would do something. The fact that he can go anywhere without being seen at all negates any kind of vision against him. There's no counterplay to that. There's nothing you can do about that. He can
That's
literally
their-
pop up anywhere without
that's
you
Lee's
knowing.
fault for the wards.
He's
That's
like
Lee's fault
herpes.
from changing wards. Like, no,
So
that's
of
Lee's
course League did a change it to take this away because they changed wards. Again, if they made that camouflage, it'd be fine. They
That's
didn't make it
counterproductive.
camouflage.
And what they did was counterproductive. I still don't think that was. I still think that's a bad thing to do to a champion that is stealth based. Now, the counterplay is ward. Why would you change wards up? Like, what is wards doing to people? Like, come on, man. I don't even want to.
Again,
I don't even want
wards
to. I don't want to read this
wards
shit.
wards were too abundant. There was too much vision. So cut back on vision. So now you have to actually place wards
Okay,
correctly.
okay.
Which is so
okay.
stupid
Wait,
because people
No.
people
Cut back on vision. That's cool. Cut back on vision. But why would you cut back on the ability of the vision though? Where's
First
true
off,
vision at?
First off,
True
when
vision.
they changed boards up the way they did, that's when they introduced this change. It's not like he always had Bush check. It's not like he had Bush check since his inception. Honestly, the way that they're changing his ultimate is going back to the way Kha'Zix originally was, which is why it's not a bad change to set him back a little bit. That's what they did with the majority of the assassins, because most of the assassin changes they made were busted. And this
Mm.
isn't bad because the other thing is once he evolves it, he's allowed to use his ultimate 3 times in a fight, 3 times in 10 seconds.
He
So if
already
you
can.
want to, no, he can't. The thing is, when he does bush check, there's no cooldown on it. There's a cooldown on that specific bush, but as long as you know how to path, as long as you're not a stupid Kha'Zix, you're gonna never be seen in the jungle and you can't be tracked. If he jumps over a wall, you're not gonna find that Kha'Zix. But now you have 3 chances to basically assassinate somebody, or 3 chances to get away in 10 seconds. That should be enough time for Kha'Zix to still do whatever Kha'Zix wants to do until his ultimate goes on cooldown. And the other one, if you would use his ultimate to try to jump in on somebody, and then your ultimate's on passive, but you still run in a bush, you still automatically turn invisible. That's
And they
busted. That's
and they
basically an
still
ultimate
can.
with no cooldown.
And they over here and they changed the stealth duration again.
Yes, because again, they're trying to balance it. They're going to let your stealth duration be a little bit longer once you upgrade it, which is the whole point to upgrade it, and then you have 3 chances to use it in 10 seconds. That's more balanced and it's easier to actually change other parts of Kha'Zix's kit.
That's
The
understandable.
way that his old passive, the way that his old ultimate was, it's too busted. It's way too damn busted.
I think that's subjective. I think that's,
Look, I don't think it's subjective, but that's the reason why we're having these discussions because fuck Kha'Zix.
well, on a side note, has anybody dealt with the whole Kha'Zix versus Rengar thing? Do they still have that
Yeah,
little
it's still
quest?
there, but Rengar shitty.
That's
Huh?
fucked up. Let's go.
It's still there. Just I'm telling you this right now. If you ever have a Rengar versus a Kha'Zix, and Kha'Zix gets to level 18 and Rengar gets to level 18, they both max out their little passive abilities. Kha'Zix is gonna win that fight damn near every day.
Rengar's passive is ass right now. So
Yeah, because
You
again, Rengar
underestimating the
is shit.
stupidity of bronze.
I'm not
bronze is
underestimating the
okay.
stupidity of bronze. The difference is you're not gonna get a bronze match where both of them get to 18 and max out their passes, unless people are smurfing.
You don't get one that's 18, the other one that's 11 with like 10 CS.
Basically, basically.
Oh wait. And for some reason his first item was a death cap.
Right.
Who knows?
Kha'Zix builds Deathcap and Thornmail.
God, I hate League
So
sometimes.
let's go about this Kindred change. Passive is better. Yeah, just passive is better. I don't
Okay,
think
they
it's a
need to
bad
they,
thing.
they need to do that because a lot of people are not utilizing her or his
No,
passive.
look, we can all agree that that was a
Yeah,
necessary change. It's a
yeah.
necessary
So
quality of life change. Just makes passive better.
I don't give a fuck about
wait,
Kendrick, so it
assist
doesn't
on
bother me
Rift
too much.
Scuttle now. Okay, she's assist on Rift Scuttle now.
Right.
Mark. All right, cool. That
So I
helps.
don't, I don't, I don't care about LeBlanc because fuck that bitch. So
We
Aeon.
still we
Let's
still
do
gotta go.
this.
We still gotta go over it.
I know that's why I said Aeon. This is something I don't care about. I'm gonna eat my
So she can
sandwich.
queue
Fuck
up
this
her
bitch.
W and R mimic distortion. So yeah, it's I don't really play LeBlanc. I'm guessing this is an important change.
You're a mid
Um,
laner. Know your fucking lane.
I
Know
know my
your
so
lane.
people.
so basically, her R is just more annoying.
I don't one. Wait, let's stop. Let's go back for a minute. One, I don't know LeBlanc because I don't fucking play her. Um, I would assume you don't know every single top laner, or jungler. I forgot which one you decide to be. Um,
But I
I
do.
I know I know every support.
But I do.
no, fuck that. Let's
This
go
is
to
why
League
you're stuck in
Fortnite.
bronze. You don't know your matchups.
I do know my matchups. I know how to beat LeBlanc. I just don't know how to play her.
Lies. That's why you're still in bronze.
I'm still in bronze because I keep getting games
What are you
from
gonna do? Blame the team?
morons.
You gonna blame the
Yes,
team?
blaming my
I'm a
fee in
support. I'm a
jungles,
support. I can blame the team.
my fee in ADCs.
I ain't talking to you. You not in bronze. Both me and you aren't in bronze.
I'm about to be.
Oh, that's bad, dude. You can't go above and then go back to bronze.
No, bro, you don't understand what's going on. For some reason, I'm getting lackluster ADCs, and I'm trying. The thing is, the only time that I legit was able to like carry the game is where I actually said, "Fuck you, carry. I'm going
You
to
know what
go
you need to
help
do?
out top lane."
Oh
You
wait,
know what
I
you need
gotta
to do?
go. I gotta go on
You
on
need
a
to change
Thresh
your
stream
role.
real quick. Thresh,
I know
dude.
I'm about to go. What about Thresh?
I played against it was a nerf though. I played against a attack speed
Thresh
Thresh, and it
stick.
was
Yep.
the most horrendously fucked up thing I've ever seen, dude.
Oh wait, you mean when he
Hell,
flays you, waits,
Yes.
and then hits you with one auto attack, and your booty goes by?
Yeah,
oh no no no. Or how about hook, and then he hooks you again while you're already hooked.
bruh. I was done. I was
Earth hooks.
done.
Earth
Love
hooks
it.
in normal matches.
And
So
then he
I
had
love
fucking
it. Like,
life steal.
let's go on these Lee Sin changes. Because I'll admit, I hate Lee Sin. I do not play Lee Sin. I know why I don't play Lee Sin, just because he's too complicated for me to fully
whoa,
grasp right now.
they
But
hit this
I know
man.
how to play. I know how Lee Sin works.
Yo, they
See,
hit this man
and that's the
hard.
thing. And
Yeah,
I
Lee
know how.
Sin's been struggling ever since they ended up changing the whole warding thing.
Uh,
All right, well, let's get into it. Let's go.
Now, honestly, this isn't hitting him hard. This is actually buffing him in every retrospect.
No, I'm saying though, I'm like they basically gutted the man. Like, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but I'm like, damn, all your abilities, my nigga.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've been doing nothing but buffing Lee Sin ever since they took away
they
the
had the
warding smite.
they
Ever
had
since
to
they took
buff his
away warding smite,
passive.
Lee Sin just was like, I can't play because I can't jump around the wards 24/7. Oh well. So they've been doing nothing but buffing him to try to help him since he can't just fucking ward hop like a jackass.
This remake him. Come on, this remake the dude. Like
That's hard. Remaking Lee Sin, relaunching Lee Sin, or reworking Lee Sin, that's like reworking Annie or Blitzcrank. Should they? Probably.
probably
Will they ever? No.
nah.
I'm sorry, I read ahead, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not saying anything about the one after Lee Sin, but let's go on.
But Lee Sin, again, these are all good buffs. Giving
Yeah.
him more energy on from his passive, it allows him to use his abilities easier. And
Right.
from what it's talking about with the how much longer and keep counting, it just allows him to actually queue up his abilities easier, which is good for all three of his abilities since each ability has two parts. So
Right.
good changes for Lee Sin. Hopefully he'll be more healthy. He never really bothered me in my games because I can still blast his ass open.
He gets annoying when you're wait
You
when you
blast his ass
he gets
open.
he gets
Hey, he can't see it coming.
the, the Bill Cosby treatment. Got it.
We ain't going there. I don't want to bring that man's name up right now. Because all that's stuck in my head is that damn cookout.
Pudding.
No, not the pudding.
I
The
know.
barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Oh, God. That's cool.
We're gonna get off of that. I don't want to talk about my man sauce.
Morgan
I want
Freeman's
to talk
Um,
about your favorite
Morgan
sport.
Freeman's next.
I want to talk about your favorite sport. Come
You
on,
eat a dick.
let's talk
you
about
doing?
wrecking.
Wait,
Let's talk
wait,
about Rakan. That wrecking.
wrecking that ass. Anybody that don't know, I call him wrecking because with him I be wrecking that ass.
Wait, did they nerf him?
Yep.
Thank
Yes,
God.
they did.
All right.
No, but this
Now-
the thing. This the thing. Wait, I need to zoom in on this. If y'all looking at my screen, I need y'all to zoom in on this. Look at this shit. Y'all see this bullshit? You see that bullshit ass ability? Look what they did to it. That ability is ass on top of ass. And I'm telling you right now, that one ability legit gave me cancer. It's the reason why I had to go get a CAT scan. I have a fucking tumor in my fucking brain because of this goddamn ability.
But
What the
man.
fuck?
they nerfed
Q's
the
are-
they nerfed the heal for his Q.
Is that
Q's
even a
are-
hill? Is that even a hill? What
Yes.
range does it have?
That is a heal.
What does it do?
It
It-
heals.
The base is now 18. It has crappy range. It's just a crappy ability.
Uh-uh.
They need to rework his Q so
And then
that it feels better and that it feels
Then-
better. His
Mm,
E,
and
I can understand why they're at least nerfing the E, just because you can apply the shield twice. So
I can give that. Well, at least can they like lower the cooldown because sometimes we seem like that shit takes forever. They need to lower the cooldown on that. I think.
the
They
initial
could.
cooldown or the second cast cooldown.
Oh no, the second cast you can't do nothing about that. It's a second cast. You can't really nerf a second cast. But I'm talking about the initial cooldown after that shit. I think they should do something with that because the thing is, only because like when you're doing the shield, the only thing you're doing is disengaging, or you're giving a shield to your teammate. And most of the time, if your teammate is getting fucked up, you're jumping into the damage with no protection to give them protection. So you're getting hurt. So at least like lower the cooldown, or at least give him a shield that they could share.
Well, you
Like
gotta
give him,
remember, the reason they're not trying to give him a shield that they can share is because he has his passive shield. So
yeah,
you're
take
supposed
that
to try to
off.
like.
That's useless.
Well, look, we ain't gonna talk about that because
All right,
that's the day we decide to talk about how to rework Rakan.
you're right.
But
You're
You
right.
also
I,
have
I
plenty
got
of
some notes on
items
that.
that give you a
right,
shield.
I agree with you on that full heartedly though. He if they want to make him easier to work with and easier to rework in the future, so he's not so broken, good changes need to happen to him. And one of those changes is gut that damn Q.
And they need to do something about the they need to do something about that about the engage of his I think it should have a little bit of a dash in it, because the speed does not seem as fast as it is until it
Well,
touches somebody.
again, well, of
But
course,
but that's not time.
the core's not gonna
That's
seem
not time.
right, and of course the speed's not gonna seem as fast because it's only 50% increase until he hits somebody. But like we just agreed, it's not time.
No,
Difference.
let's get on
So
my
let's
let's
go
get on
down
my
to
bitch
Rock
Talia.
Bay because I love Rock Bay.
Rock
I
Bay
don't
is
know how I
awesome.
feel about these changes though.
I mean they fucking buffed her
No,
passive.
it's a buff and a nerf. Her passive, great, great. She has more movement speed. It's quicker to get on the rock. She has more health. She has more movement speed in general. Great. Better roaming. I'm okay with what they did to her wall by making it only last
Whoa,
5 seconds
whoa.
instead of
Okay, wait,
up
wait,
to
wait,
eight
wait, 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 wait.
seconds.
I'm sorry. I know you want to talk on this one. What the fuck did they do to her Q? No
Dude,
longer.
wait, listen. That's why I
Oh
purposely skipped the Q because we're gonna get to that. Again,
yeah.
buff
Save
to
the
her
queue. Hold
passives.
on.
The
I'll
buff
be
to
right
her
back though.
passive and her base stats, good. The nerf to her ultimate, where it's only 5 seconds instead of 6 to 8 seconds, fine. The nerf to E, I don't really think it was justified, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world to nerf the early damage. The W cooldown, I like that because now I can use W a lot
I
easier.
think it sucks because
But
like
this
that,
Q,
like her E is
what?
her main burst damage. That's her main damage, dude.
Well, that's why I said I can understand why they nerfed on the E. I can understand that. But what the fuck did they do to the Q? I can accept every change that they made in this with the mix of buffs, with the mix of nerfs. But the Q, I'm I'm so conflicted and I'm so confused.
They have gutted an amazing ability. So she no longer deals area of effect. Area of effect is was won me a fuckload of fights, dude. I mean,
No. Okay.
it does
They did
contribute
it because
towards
they want to get rid of some of her wave
her wave
control,
clear. It does
I get that. I
contribute to
get
her wave
that. You
clear.
want to make it so that she can't just push and then roam and push and then roam. But that's kind of the reason why you made her. So
This
what do you
seems like a
mean?
buff. So minions no longer take reduced damage from additional rocks, which means that they all take the same amount or the same amount of damage they should be taking from rocks. So that's a little bit of a
It's a
This
part. We'll see.
buffish.
I can't say that it's a buff because the fact that they no longer take AOE damage, it just means that you're probably gonna kill each minion off of 2 rocks until you get a crap ton of AP, and then you'll just kill them with 1 rock.
No, until you get
Again,
a fucking Luden's Echo. But like the whole
well,
thing with this is
true.
like essentially the AOE that they get that the Talia gives off is AOE is close to her. So anything close to her while she's using her
she
volley.
Well, close to her target.
Yeah,
the
no,
thing
anything
is
close to her. Like as in that circle that is around this bitch is AOE.
okay,
That is
so
AOE.
Right, but
as
it's talking about the rocks don't deal AOE damage. So
yeah,
it's
but
talking about the circle around the rock when
yeah,
it
but the
collides with
problem
something.
but the problem sorry, but the problem with that is that she is a
No.
control mage. She's a control mage. You
Well,
took
she's a
away her
battle
AO.
mage now.
This is
There's
so
nothing saying control
stupid.
mage.
They
She
changed.
no
Wait,
longer gets
talking about
movement speed.
they changed it to a battle mage.
Technically, she's a battle mage because there's no such thing as a control mage anymore.
But look at this. She no longer gets movement speed on work ground. That was one of the best parts of.
So
Dude,
what are they gonna
Yeah,
do?
but the
All
reason
right,
they're
so
not,
what are they
I
gonna do
agree
with
with
the
that.
rest of the quote unquote control mages then? Because she was a great one. When she
it
first
sets
came
you
out,
up
I used that
easier
as
I'm
support.
talking
escapes.
about, look, again, when
Early
it
game,
comes to
easier
basic
escapes.
classification that League goes off of, there's no more control mages because control mages were technically disruptors. You're either a catcher or an enchanter when it comes to supports, and if you're a mage, you're a burst mage, you're a battle mage, or you're an artillery mage. That's it. So they just
I'm
made
sick.
them fit in other categories.
I'm sick of them.
Wait,
Let's go on.
so it no longer refunds mana when you use your Q and work round. That's
No,
fucking
No.
just
stupid.
Q now costs 1 mana.
I mean, that's not horrible. They did
Now
reduce the cooldown.
that the cooldown and the new change with like it costing 1 mana isn't bad. I agree that I don't think that they should have ended up like nerfing her by not allowing her to have movement speed on the worked ground. But the only reason they did that is because they already boosted her base movement speed by 15. So they just gave
Mm,
it to you as base, so that way you don't have to worry about it. I just felt like that was a cool mechanic to have on worked ground because it gave you incentive to make certain areas worked ground.
true.
So that's why at the beginning I said, what the fuck did they do with Q? Because it's not a horrible change when you break down every last part. It's just really weird because it takes away some of the core things that makes the ability very, very unique. But it is what it is because now we're stuck with it.
Now we're going to
Oh,
your shotgun
my man,
knees.
shotgun
Shotgun
knees.
knees.
My man,
Shotgun
the God, shotgun knees. And what did
knees.
they do? They buffed the early damage of my shotgun knees. They also decreased my collision radius, thank God, because fucking walking around as a six-legged crab man is fucking aggravating. Base attack speed increase. Yay. Purge. I can now activate it when I'm in the middle of my dash, like that. And basically, it just gave him buffs all around. I can also move around whenever I'm using my ult. I like his buffs
That
because he's not a broken champ.
I don't think they should have done that because I feel like as
They shouldn't have done what?
the whole you able to move around with the ult because I feel like that is a heavy ass harpoon that you're shooting out of you. Now, in a sense, you got a heavy ass harpoon shooting out of you.
Well,
You're
he's no, no, no.
unbalanced.
He's not able to move when he shoots it. He's just able to move when he's grinding you up.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay, cool. So that
Yeah,
way
no.
he can utilize the fear. He can utilize the fear a little
Exactly,
bit better.
exactly. That's all they're doing, and that's why I said everything in this is a good justified buff. They nerfed what was it? They nerfed range carries with fleeted footwork. They nerfed ranged people with frozen mallet, and he like damn near has to build frozen mallet. So giving him these buffs are justified in my opinion.
Okay.
None of them are too crazy. None of them are too out of the whack. I know
Okay,
it's not
then, yeah,
powers, but it's good buffs.
yeah, I have no core with what they did with him. Then yeah.
Victor, Aeon.
They need
Vicky.
to bring my man. They need to bring my man back. Like he used to be the shit for real before they took away his silence. Like
So they buffed his early-ish damage. They just yeah they actually they buffed his early and his late game damage. Damn,
yeah,
it's pretty
his art
nice.
was a lot. His art was still a lot better back in the day though. But I appreciate them showing Victor love.
And
Like
they
I wish they showed him a little bit more love
increased
than
his ratio per tick, which is nice for his all.
because
I
he used to be one of my main mid laners. I used to really do work, but like ever since then, it's like, you know.
Yeah,
But you know
8.9
what?
fucked him a little bit.
Yeah. But you
Interestingly
know what?
enough, with the next person, Jin Zhao, the other busted, broken ass jungler for no goddamn reason, I like Jin Zhao. I can't play him for shit, but I like Jin Zhao. First
Not bad.
off, they did not nerf him in the right way. My personal opinion, they did not nerf him in the right way. Making his
I
slow weaker isn't why he's a problem.
it makes him no that slow is the reason why that he's a great jungler though. When he comes out, if he comes out and gank, I mean I'm not jungler, my bad, ganker. When he ganks you and he puts that slow on you, you're not going anywhere. That 50% slow is really very significant. It's
Flash.
basically when
I
Flash
admit,
is gone.
look,
When Flash is gone.
I admit this.
Prayers.
What
Thoughts
I'm
and
trying to
prayers.
say is, I don't think that it was the right way to nerf him.
It
That's-
wasn't, but that slow was significant though. I think they really needed to do
Look,
that. That was
look,
one of the things
The,
they needed to do.
the slow was significant. All I'm saying is, I still don't think it's the right way to nerf him. He
Mhm.
has a ridiculous amount of damage in the rest of his fucking abilities. He also has that goddamn knockup. So great. He jumped on you, but all he has to do is again, if he primes his fucking pass or he primes his Q, 1, 2, he's gonna slow or he's gonna jump on you, get an attack speed boost, slow, and knock you the hell up, and then just W when you're knocked up in the air. He can still burst you, whether it's a 30% slow or whether it's a 50% slow. They need to nerf other parts of his kit to make him a little bit more manageable. personal
Right.
opinion. Yeah,
I
we're
agree
not
with
even gonna talk about the attack damage growth. Ooh, it's down by 0.3. I don't give a fuck. That's a lousy ass number.
that. Okay. I think they was just throwing out numbers. They didn't know what to do. I think they was just throwing out numbers right there, to tell you the truth.
All right, Zyra. I miss her
Uh,
being mid lane. That's all I have to
Zyra.
say about
Now
Zyra.
she's barely a good fucking support.
Oh, like they did the Lulu. We're gonna say that for another time.
Yes, we will.
Lulu's been playing a lot more in mid now. So
D-
I mean, Banner Command,
Don't talk to me.
with
Don't
Banner
talk to me.
Command,
D-
she's
Increasing the root
Don't
duration.
talk to me.
Nice.
Don't talk to me.
Not a lot. So this crazy adjustment that they did to marksman. When you expand that, you see that
Side,
almost
side note,
every marksman that's in the bot lane has had their attack damage nerf, their attack damage growth has been increased, their armor has been nerfed, their health has been increased, their health growth has been increased, their health regen has been increased. As you could read in that little 2-3 paragraph section, basically they want poke damage. Well, not poke
health
damage, but
regen
they
nerf.
basically want the wait. What you say?
Health regen nerf and the attack damage nerf.
Man, that's what I said.
No,
I
you
went
said
through
health
the whole.
regen. You said health regen buff.
Oh, my bad. Well, that
Oh,
was the
good.
only one that was the only one that I got wrong out of it. But in general, they buff some things, they nerf some things to basically make it so that they're trying to make this patch focused on making 80 carries a little bit more balanced, and not so much the idea of 80 carries being balanced, but crit 80 carries. Every 80 carry shouldn't just optimize with a crit build. They want full damage builds to come back. They want armor pen builds to come back. They want different types of 80 carries so that it's not just, hey, get a hyperscaling 80 carry, get 2 crit items, and you're going to burst every squishy. When you get 3 crit items, you're going to burst every bruiser. And when you get 4 crit items, you're the most important person on the team because you fucking melt everybody. This is going to make their laning phase just a little bit more impactful. So it's not going to be you come back, you get those 2 items, and you're still going to scale and be the most important person on your team. It's going to penalize your mistakes. And for the most part, I agree with it.
I still feel like they should give. They need to show Callista Vayne, and Zyra some love.
but also
Callista, I mean,
Zarya.
the whole problem with Callista, and they've already explained this.
Zaya
Everybody
gets
knows that Callista,
plenty of love.
Ryze, and Azir is a big problem for Riot. And they honestly have come to the point where they said either we're going to do nothing but work on those 3 until we fix them, or we're going to work on everybody else and then come back to them later, because that's how much of big problems they are. So there's not a lot that they can really do with Callista to put her in a good position, because they made somebody that's always going to be fucking broken. Typical Riot.
I mean, they just basically made a good champion. They made a champion that
it's not
fits
that
their
they
play
made-
style, fit the play
It's not
style.
that they made a good champion, it's they made a champion that's too good. They made a champion that barely has any weaknesses.
But
Can't
the
do
thing is, but she does have weaknesses. Her primary weakness is counterproductive to her whole kit.
Which is
Catch her.
catch her. Catching her is her weakness.
Lock
The
her
chick
down.
that literally kites in her passive better than anybody else.
You know how many times I hit her with a hook? It's
Okay.
predictable.
Okay, you're also in silver.
I played against somebody that was in diamond and caught them when they was doing their whole little farming bullshit. Like, it's easy. The only thing you gotta do is look where they're going. They're going to hop a certain way. They're going to indicate where they're going. Throw the
This
hook
is
before
true.
they indicate it.
And this is true too. But again, it's about how they built her. That is one aspect about her. One aspect. Her damage is still pretty damn ridiculous. Her
She-
utility is still pretty damn ridiculous.
She is weak.
She also has
that's the thing.
3 wards that move.
Yeah, but she's one of the weakest ADs. She's one of the weakest marksmen when it comes to defensive play. She has to be aggressive. She's like Draven. You have to be aggressive, or you're going to lose out.
She's like a Draven 2.0 because she can do Draven's job better if you know what you're doing. That's the biggest problem with Callista. She's kind of like, well, she is like Azir and she's like Ryze. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get your ass busted. But the moment you figure it out, you're going to damn near bust everybody's ass. That's why those 3 are on that list of, we need to make these champions better so that they're not as problematic to balance. Because the problem is they're either going to
Zillion is a bad champion.
Who?
Niggas fix Zillion.
We're not
Zillion is
we're not
a
talking about
ass champion.
We're not talking about Zillion. But see, that's the whole
Zillion
point.
to subject.
That's the point they're
Zillion,
trying to make, though.
Zillion was a
Do
mistake.
you want them? Do you want them to fix Zillion and fix Nunu and
Oh, somebody said
fix
something about Zillion.
Pantheon and fix those
Somebody
types
said
of
something about
champions?
Zillion.
Or do you want them to do the 8th Rise rework
Nunu,
and do another mini rework to Azir and another mini rework to?
Nunu, they just throw the whole champ out. Just throw the whole champ out.
Well, remember they're
Zillion
already
too.
doing that. Nunu's having a new or Nunu's getting his full relaunch when it comes October. But
Oh.
we're not talking about that because we're gonna go back to this. You specifically said Callista. You specifically said Vayne, and you said Zaya. Vayne,
Right.
Vayne, I don't think she's in anywhere near as much as a bad position as people want to believe.
She's not, but she's not,
She's-
but
she's
she's
getting
not. She's not what
outshined.
she was.
Well,
Yeah.
no, obviously she's not where she was. Kaisa came out. Kaisa's Vayne 2.0. She's getting outshined, which is actually a good thing because that means that they're going to actually look at Vayne's kit and realize, maybe we shouldn't give her a passive as a W. Maybe we should just make it a passive. I mean, look what they did with Varus. They made his passive ability finally have an active.
I mean, look at Vi.
I don't want to talk about that because that irritates me too. I hate when they just make W a passive because why the fuck not? Because it's stupid. It's an active ability slot. Last time I checked, active abilities are supposed to be active abilities. That's a button I'm supposed to be pressing. But whatever. And then Zaya, Zaya's in a good position. Zaya's been in a good position for too long of a period of time. So I think she's probably going to be getting more nerfs. Probably.
I think she needs truth be told, I think she needs an attack speed buff. I think I think just a little bit, not big. I just really think she suffers from, like, for who she is and for what she has to do with her kit. I feel like she needs a little bit more attack speed. That's a little bit more, not a lot. That's like maybe like 0.1. Like, can I get something? But
like I said, we'll see what happens because I don't know. We'll see. When you go down, you got the Hunter's Machete compensation because of what they changed to it with, taking away the attack speed. I don't like this because they only gave it to Yi and Nocturne, and fuck them. Because where's my Shyvana compensation? Where's other people that need the machetes compensation?
Shyvana doesn't really need it.
Why? She's a power farmer.
Yeah.
I mean, Yi is literally farm all day and then come out and burst you.
But he actually takes it. But the thing is, Shyvana. Yeah, Yi ain't shit. But the thing is, Shyvana.
People who play Yi ain't shit.
Yeah, people that play Yi beats their kids. And their wives.
And their wives, yes.
And their wives.
And their moms.
I mean, that makes sense when you think about it. What's his passive?
I've never seen someone beat their mom.
Smack your kid, smack your wife.
There was not.
Maybe. Yeah, anybody.
Caucasian.
Matter of fact, anybody that plays Yi supports ISIS. If you're gonna put that out there.
Oh God, we getting political.
We're gonna have a whole bunch of Yi mains talking about I don't beat my wife anymore.
Anybody that plays Master Yi supports Trump.
I mean, I guess the Hunter Machete buffs are
Diana.
I guess the compensation.
How frequently does
nice thing.
Diana get played jungle?
We're not gonna talk about Diana. I don't want to talk about Diana. I don't want to talk about Diana.
New items. Let's.
Right. Thank you.
Yes.
We're not going into Diana. I'm gonna have a whole tantrum.
Yeah, that's the new item.
Storm Razor.
I'm not gonna lie. I do not like this iteration of Storm Razor, but it is what it is. 3,200 gold.
I like it, bro.
EF sword, pickaxe, dagger, 725 gold.
I don't like the build path.
Damage. You don't like what?
I don't like the build path. I don't like the build path.
Build path I think is okay. 30% attack speed and 70 attack damage. And your unique passive is Storm's Edge. If you have an attack for 3 seconds and it scales down with the attack speed, I believe it can go down to as low as 1 second. Your next basic attack will critically strike for 160 damage, 1% extra for every 1.5% critical strike chance, maxing out at 200%, basically getting you to a normal crit. Woo! And you gain 10 movement speed for 1.75 seconds.
Wait. I mean, you stand still for 3 seconds and you get a guaranteed crit.
No, don't attack.
You don't have to stand still, you just don't attack.
Sorry, you don't attack for 3 seconds, you get a guaranteed crit.
Yeah, this is to help people that basically need it. This is like all those late game crazy people This is something that you would want to build, maybe if not as your first crit item, at least your second. So it still gives you the impact of being able to get off crits easier. The reason they want to make crits easier in this type of sense is because it's a guaranteed crit. So you're not going back to the old days of, hey, I have one crit item, you have one crit item. RNG is going to depend on, RNG is going to determine who wins this fight. This allows you to front load that crit damage. So we know it's going to hit you in the beginning, and then it's not going to give you a crit after that because it doesn't have any crit chance. You just know you're going to get that one crit. And that's the other reason why they made the crit weaker until later in the game. So it's justified. It's just when it comes to all the iterations that were on the PBE, there was one I liked a little bit more. But this isn't bad because the other thing is by late game, as long as you scale correctly, because you're getting attack speed and you're getting more critical strike chance, every 1 second you're going to get a guaranteed crit, and you're also going to get 1.75 attack speed. Or my fault, 1.75 movement speed. So you can literally continuously have extra 10% movement speed if you play the match right and you kite correctly. So Storm Razor can be very, very busted if you're smart and you know how to kite.
Infinity Edge got updated.
Ooh, yes. I'm so happy this change went through.
Wait, I love the caption. Crit? Try more crit.
Try it. You might like it.
So, finally, the image got updated. I mean, there's plenty of other items that really need an image update. But yeah, well, sure, we'll give it to Infinity Edge. Plenty of other things need that.
You ain't shit.
We said items. We're not talking about champions anymore.
Is he really a champion?
Update.
Is Zilean really a champion?
Wait. He's
He's
not.
a guardian angel with legs.
I've legit not seen
You know what really cracks me up?
anyone play him.
It took them this long to change Infinity Edge's item image, but Abyssal Scepter turned into a mask. How did they turn a staff into a mask and completely turn it into a tank item, going away from a battle mage item, and then they just got to Infinity Edge?
I miss Abyssal Scepter.
So do I. So do I. I'm okay with what it is now because I play champions that use it, but Jesus Christ, it's completely fucking different.
All right, so what about Orin's master rework?
Didn't change anything.
Molten Edge? Yeah, they just increased the attack damage by 10 because the normal attack damage got increased by 10. But with Infinity Edge, they gave it the Deathfire. They gave it the not Deathfire. They gave it the Death Cap treatment. 2 BF swords in gold, just like the other one is 2 needlessly large rods in gold. The difference now is it doesn't give you crit chance and it doesn't give you bonus 50%. It just doubles your crit chance. So they stole that from Yasuo.
Side note,
2% of your crit chance is true damage, and they stole that from Conquerors. So it's Yasuo in an item. You're welcome.
Yep. Question. Well, not a question. Actually, I got one side note, one thing to say. 2 needlessly long rides and gold sounds like a bad porno that I don't want to be a part of.
I mean, when you want to say 2 BF swords in gold, sounds like a bad porno too.
But at least that one, at least that one, I would want to be a part of.
You'd want to be a part of 2 sword crossing and gold.
See, now that you said sword,
like golden shower.
You said sword. Yeah, you said sword. You said sword. I was just going to say BF.
BF sword. It literally is called BF sword.
Be good. We will move on.
Isn't that supposed to be big fucking sword?
Yes.
Big
but
fucking
think
sword.
about
But Riot's bunch of pussies,
comment of crossing
and they won't
swords?
put big fucking.
You know what crossing swords means?
I'm not sure. I want to know, but I'm sure Matt knows, and he's going to tell us.
Of course,
no, I'm not. Not on this chat. Anyway, so this.
Whoa!
This is the item change.
Wait! No, you're not going to just bring it up, act like you're going to tell us, and not tell us. Now we gotta Google it.
No, we don't have to. No, you don't have to Google it because it's on your screen. Don't you dare.
You want to cross dicks? You want a sword fight?
No, no, thank you, sir.
Can you not do that when we're streaming?
I hate you so much. He's going back to Essence Reaver.
Back to what I was saying. Essence Reaver is probably the most controversial change that they've done. It's down by 200 gold. It's a big fucking sword. It's a Caulfield's Warhammer, and it's a sapphire crystal with some gold. Doesn't have crit chance anymore. Doesn't scale anywhere in any way at all with crit anymore. Now instead, your basic attacks restore 1% of your missing mana, which is a good change. Honestly, the build path is also a good change since they're not trying to make it crit reliant. This new unique passive, I am in such conflict with this.
Oh God!
After you cast your ultimate, Your next basic attack within 10 seconds will give you Essence Flare. When Essence Flare is on, it lasts 8 seconds and you will gain 30% attack speed. Every
Mm.
basic attack during Essence Flare will reduce your basic abilities cooldown by 20%,
Mm.
and that cooldown is 30 seconds. Meaning, everybody that's going to want this damn weapon is basically going to be able to do Essence Flare after their ultimate. So, as everybody's been saying, when Lucian pops his ultimate, he is literally just going to spit out his abilities like he's vomiting his abilities because every auto attack's just going to basically get him back to his abilities. He's going to dash like a madman and drive by the shit out of you with abilities. Sivir is broken with this.
I want to
because
point
her
out. I want to point
E
out
is
how
up.
horrible
Her
it
E
is
is up
that the
forever.
only
Her spell
black
shield will
man
be up more
you have to
often.
bring drive-by for the only black character. But it's cool.
It's cool.
I know.
Wait, talk
Hey,
about
look,
wait,
look.
wait,
All
wait.
that means
What
is
about
all that
wait,
means
talk
is
about
we know we have real niggas working at Riot.
talk about wait. But what about Echo legit stealing the hand off of a damn clock tower?
Because they made my man's a thief.
They
And
represent.
then and then hitting niggas with it.
Hey, look, they made my man's a thief and he steals time.
And one of them is a gun, has a gun, and just shoots it. God damn it, Riot. Okay.
Look. Again, we know real niggas work at Riot. That's all it means.
Literally, it's a stripper.
One of Riot's attack is excessive force.
I wouldn't call her a stripper. I would call her an Amazonian. Death by Snoo Snoo.
Wait, who?
What are
Literally.
you? What are her dance is a fucking stripper. All right.
Going back to Essence Flare. Going back to Essence Reaper. It just
Yes, sir.
it's gonna make a lot of people broken. Like
It is.
Master Yi can just Q forever. So you can't target him for 8 seconds. But you know that's okay.
I hated
Again,
that
Sivir,
because at one point in
E
time
doesn't go down.
At one point in time when I was a jungler and I was playing Vaya like a hell of a lot, every time he did that, I just cue him out of it. Now he's just
Untargetable.
that's just stupid.
But like this is gonna make certain champions just busted in a way that I am really afraid of. So Essence Reaver, I'm watching out for this whole entire patch because I
Oh
don't.
no,
feel
it's gonna be it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. All bronze players are going to build this joint first, guaranteed.
Now, going into everything else, Last Whisper, Lord Dominic's Regards, and Mortal Reminder are all basically the same changes. They're just
Yep.
getting reworked. It used to be that they penetrated total armor instead of bonus armor, and they just changed that back to normal. Because they changed that back to normal, Lord Dominic's Regard, it doesn't have Giant Slayer, so Giant Slayer is not an item anymore. I like the change. I think it was better when it was back that way because literally everybody hated when Last Whisper got changed. I don't remember the last time I saw an AD carry build Last Whisper. I don't understand why they made Last Whisper an item that can now upgrade to Mortal Reminder or Lord Dominic's Regard, but they nerfed it in a way where no one fucking wanted them. So this is nice because we'll see them come back. We'll see Assassins build them. We'll see AD carries build them. As long as it's not too broken and as long as it's not too much armor penetration, this is going to be extremely nice. So I like that.
Giant Slayer's gone.
Let's 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 move on to the critical items.
All right. Cloak of Agility is gone because it doesn't build into anything anymore. So rest in peace, 2 items this patch.
Rip.
Brawler's
Yeah.
Glove has been nerfed. So they're just, again, trying to nerf Critical Strike. And
They
all the
increased the
Critical
gold.
Strike items.
They increased the gold so you went and get that early game crit.
Wait,
Right.
wait. I love this. A spiky glove feels more crit-like than a poncho.
Damn.
What?
Wow. I mean,
Yo.
it does though.
Yo.
Who
Okay.
makes this shit?
See,
Some
I was
people
thinking
have
that, like,
no
Cloak of
fucking chill.
Agility. Cloak of Agility should have been some item that, like, is
Makes you
involved in
faster.
movement speed.
Support.
Right.
I think it should be a stealth item. That should be a stealth item or a support item.
All right, first off, you shut your shit. They don't
Fuck
need
you.
to put no damn stealth item in this damn game. Lux doesn't need stealth.
Oh,
Fizz
yes.
doesn't need stealth.
Yes, Fizz would be beautiful. with
Yo,
stealth.
Darius
Fizz is stealth.
doesn't need
Yes.
stealth.
Riot,
Yo,
Riot, do this.
right. Listen to me. If you want to make
Right,
people piss,
right,
if you want to piss
right,
people off,
right.
listen.
have
No,
me-
listen,
with
Linda,
this goddamn-
Linda, listen.
I will quit this damn game.
Lee, listen.
See my
You
ass.
wanna piss people off?
Might
Untargetable ability, AOE ult, and stealth. You're welcome.
you'll see my ass playing Smite, Dota, shit. I'll stop playing games. Fuck it. I quit. I'm getting a new hobby.
Do it and
Lifesteal
make him
items are cheaper.
make him tiny. Make him or her tiny so the hitbox is
Make him
small
a
as shit.
yodel. Make him a yodel. Yes.
Li- Lifesteal items cost less, which is good because people can
I,
build it again.
now
Guardian
the
Angel's
thing,
getting a buff because it's just going to get more armor because it's also getting a change vest, which
what
is good.
as for the lifesteal, I actually am feeling that other than life I mean Blade of Rune King because Blade of Rune King is not you. The only time you see an ADC rocking that if you have like if they heavy attack speed base or if there is like some
Too
type
many
of tank
tanks.
on the team.
Too
Yeah.
many tanks.
So, but
Too
most of the
many
time you
tanks.
see people building this is will be top laners and assassin junglers. You're gonna see
Right, and
building that more often.
that's why I agree that this is a good change. Maul Malmortis, this is a good change for ADCs, but I used to like building it on fighters because it also scaled with your magic resistance, but they don't want
Right.
to do that anymore, so whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Oh, oh, someone's salty. That's
Yes.
sounds like salt.
All right, Banner of Command. I like this change.
Oh, I
I like
don't.
this change a
I
lot.
hate what they. I hate
No
when they
more
did it to it
cooldown
from the beginning.
reduction.
I don't care about the no more cooldown reduction.
It
I
was
like the fact
originally a
that
support
people
item.
don't have just magic immunity because giving minions complete magic immunity was kind of stupid. Hey, your whole enemy team has magic damage? Yep, everybody buys a Banner of Command.
I mean,
Minions now don't take magic.
but the
Magic
tower
immunity.
still does the tower still does the fucking uh physical.
Yeah, but that thing becomes a tank. That thing becomes basically a siege minion. A siege minion on
Basically.
the a siege minion on the tower. Not gonna last very long.
A siege minion that doesn't take magic damage it's just stupid. Now it just gets damage reduction period, which I think makes more sense because mixed damage can actually hurt. Magic damage can hurt. There's ways to take it down. And then again, they're just changing how the buffs work. But for the most part, it's just some number changes. So all
I
in
don't
all, I
like
think it's
Banner of
good.
Command. I like what they used to have it, but after season 7, it was just like,
You know
yeah,
what?
that's
Wait,
crap.
I just realized something. You know how we were talking about item image upgrades? Banner of Command still looks like shit.
It does,
Where's this
but it's
thing's
still
change?
no. It
It's a
still has
stick
its,
with a
It's
fist
the
on it.
laziest,
it
probably
still
the
it
laziest
still
fucking item I've
it
ever
still
seen
holds
drawn.
it still holds its essence though. It's a banner. It's
It
a ripped up
does.
banner.
But like Infinity Edge gets an upgrade when the old one didn't even look that shitty. That looks horrible. It's a stick with a yellow fist on a red piece of paper.
Right.
Change.
I think it's cloth.
Corellia.
I think it's cloth.
Corellia's Reverie. I like this change.
I don't.
Um, wait, what? Hold on, I
Yeah,
might have to eat those words. Cause
yeah.
when did they put
They
a fairy
busted it.
charm on this? I don't like that.
Yeah,
Gives it
yeah,
mana regen.
I know, but it just seems
But
weird.
less movement speed. Mm.
yeah.
No,
The movement speed is nerfed.
I'm okay with less movement speed,
They
and I'm
increased
No,
that
okay
active
with the
cooldown
active
too.
cooldown being less, or the active
More.
cooldown being a longer cooldown, mainly because there was a lot of people that were using this that weren't even supports. You see Vlad take this. There's literally an AP Shyvana build out there where she takes this and she takes some what is it? The Hextech gunblade item that allows you to dash. I can't think of its name right now.
It's the hex tech belt,
Yeah,
frost
you
belt.
take the Hextech belt and you take Shirley's Reverie, you take Celerity, and you just dash into somebody's face as an AP Shyvana. You ult them and then you E them and then they die. That's it.
I would, Joe, real rap though. I built move in a ranked match. I built movement speed Rakan. It was awesome. I just wanted to be a fool. I just wanted to be a troll. Tell me why I legit made it to halfway across the map in less than 2 seconds, and I altered the whole team. It's just like activate this, activate that. Oh,
So
knock 'em.
basically,
Everybody's done.
you were just Roadrunner everywhere.
Beep beep.
You need to call that the Roadrunner build. That needs
I'll
to be
do
a
it for
video.
y'all. I'll do it for y'all.
I think
Let's
I
make it
think
happen.
I think we need to do that in a video. But going back to Shirley's Reverie, I mean, adding Fairy Charm isn't bad, but it was just trying to compensate with the fact that they were nerfing a bunch of stuff.
I just don't like how they. I really don't know
I
why
don't
they
like.
did it to the item. I don't
I
like
don't
the.
think it's a good
This
comp.
is.
Well, like I said, I told you why they did it to the item. The fact that
I
Sins,
know.
Vladimir, AP Shyvana, just too many AP champions that weren't supports were building it and getting too much out of it.
I
I
know,
get why
but
they tried to increase it, but I agree with you. It's not a
yeah, but
change in the right direction.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you think about it in that sense, let's backtrack a little bit just for the sake of the argument. Blade of the Ruined King gold just went down by 200. There's their champ. They did it based off of quote unquote marksmen, but most of the time you're going to see junglers and top laners doing that.
Well, a lot of junglers and top laners were building it because AD carries didn't need to build it because they were going crit builds. So this is going to allow AD carries to start building it again and use it again, which is the main reason why they're doing it. But the other thing with Blade of the Rune King is it's not necessarily for AD carries, it's for crit champs. It's to get rid of crit builds in general and to allow other kinds of builds that aren't just crit builds. So you get
So
more
builds
sustained
that's
builds again.
so builds that's going not when the game is open.
Well, no, it's allowing those
Okay.
other builds to actually help win the game more often instead of just
Right.
allowing crit builds to be dominant. Because remember, crit builds weren't always the most dominant thing. There was
It
plenty of
wasn't.
times where people go Blade of the Rune King and then go
So
what?
Season
Riot's
three.
essentially just manipulating
See,
the playstyle more.
yeah,
Basically.
exactly.
Just say it like that.
Season three
It's,
and
it's
four.
the same thing they always
Season
do.
three and four was life steal.
Deal. Let's just change it to a different meta then.
Season three and four was life steal. So
Exactly.
Alright,
so,
No, we're just
let's go
probably
to
gonna go
this
back to a lifesteal thing.
enchantment rune.
Aatrox is about to get reworked, so you know we're about to end up having some good lifesteal items.
oh my
I love how
god.
Aatrox is getting reworked finally when Aatrox is good. How did they finally make something good and then rework it?
That's why they always do it.
That is
So
too
on to
funny.
on to the next thing.
All right, Runic Echoes. I think it's a justified change.
Let me
More
take a look
damage.
at this.
Yeah,
More
because
damage,
Lost Chapter was
sure.
way too expensive as a first component
Yeah,
for
I
Jonas.
can agree with that. I can
Yeah.
completely agree with that.
You can either go mana or go damage. Regardless, you're going to end up getting both, but you can go one or the other so it's not breaking your balls. And again, 20 more damage, why not? The only reason I don't like this is because Evelyn's going to be stronger and Diana's still going to be shit. And anybody that says Diana isn't shit, fuck you.
Diana's a great mid laner.
She's shit.
Great mid laner.
She's shit.
She
Because
sits.
she's not supposed to be a mid laner. She's supposed to be a jungler first. The fact that they prioritize her being in mid instead of allowing her to be a fucking jungler so they could actually make an AP jungler, fuck her.
The jungle got
She
enough
is a
people, man.
disappointment. She is a
Um,
disappointment to this family.
Basically, you know what happened was Dick Cage was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna take her mid. Ooh, she's good mid. I'm gonna keep her here.
Irelia.
R.I.P. Lulu.
Irelia.
Yeah, but
basically.
Aurelia at least still good top, the place she was supposed to be. That's more like
Lulu.
Graves. Ooh, we're going to rework Graves. Yeah, he's not an AD carry anymore. He's a jungler. That's what happened with
Wait.
Diana.
I mean, fucking no one plays ADC. No one plays ADC Kindred either. He was originally supposed to be a ADC.
No, Kindred was supposed to be a jungler. He was
No,
supposed to
he
be the
supposed to be
first
ADC.
80. He was supposed to be the first ranged jungler. That was
Oh,
literally
Yeah.
Kindred's
yeah.
design. That's why
Yeah,
it's passive.
he was. Oh yeah, he was the first of his kind. Technically, he was the
Yeah.
first of his kind.
Yeah, he was a pike before there was a pike.
Fuck Pike. Anyway,
Said it just for you.
thank you. Fuck Zillion. Now on to the next thing.
You gonna leave
I
him
don't understand this hatred towards Zillion.
Cause he's shit.
alone. Another conversation for another day. In fact, I think the next video we need to do just needs to be a rant on stupid champions.
Like why I hate
Okay,
this champ.
okay. Wait. I know exactly what the league needs to do for him. This is an active change
Wait,
to him.
listen,
Okay.
listen.
One active change.
Another
It's
video.
One active change.
Another video.
No, I'm
Video.
saying right now. No,
Another video.
This
Another
one
video.
active change. It's only one change. It's only one change to his kit. Only one change to his kit. Take the blueprint and burn it.
Of course.
Yes.
Get rid of him one way or another.
Like, you gotta
Look,
throw the whole
let's just-
nigga out.
Let's just finish this because we're at the home stretch. Fleeted footwork.
Lose,
They're nerfing it, obviously, because they don't want to give too much to sustain.
pretty much.
I'm okay with this, except this is what I use on Urgot when I'm fighting against a Teemo. So, I don't know.
Even better. Dominion. Fucker got. Hail of Blades.
I
Yo,
fucking
that
hate
sounds like
Teemo. This is
sounds like a
literally
rant.
the counter to Teemo top lane, and they just took it away from me. So, whatever. Domination. Hail of Blades. I understand Hail of Blades, and I like that they want to make 80 carries and just people that really rely on attack speed a little bit more front-loading bursty. But to me, it's just kind of the laziest thing in the world. Hey, you know what's a good keystone? Lethal tempo backwards. Okay, that has to be the keystone they put the least amount of thought in.
I'm not feeling this next one.
Now, I get why they did this. In my honest opinion, it's stupid. It's still stupid because they
Yep.
didn't need to make another hunter. Ingenious Hunter is a good keystone. Ravenous Hunter is a good keystone. The Relentless Hunter is a good keystone. Cheap Shot is a stupid keystone. They could have made the Ultimate Hat and fucking replaced Cheap Shot because it's fucking stupid. The other healing keystone that's up in the same spot as Cheap Shot, that could have been reworked because that one's pretty damn weak. The only one everybody cares about is the fucking one that allows you to get the extra armor penetration slash magic penetration when you're dashing. But even that one's been pretty nerfed into the damn ground. So I just don't feel like Ultimate Hunter should have been put here. I feel like if they're gonna keep the Ultimate Hat idea and put it in the domination tree just to
I
make the
hate you.
domination tree more
I
flary,
hate you. I hate you so much, bro. I hate
it
you so
really
much.
it should have been there.
I hate you so much.
What'd you say?
Just click
What
on
do
it.
you do?
Click on my picture.
I can't see it. What the hell?
Do you not know how to click on the picture to bring the
That's
bruh?
not what I'm doing. What is this?
It's a meme.
I can't read the meme. It's
You
too
can't
fuzzy on my screen.
you don't know how to read?
It's too fuzzy on my screen.
It says Drake after listening to Pusha T's diss track, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And Spider Man disappearing.
That's
Spoiler alert, Spider Man disappears in Infinity Wars. If you haven't watched it, well fuck you, it's been a
Oh,
long time.
even even a spoiler, even more spoiler alert. They technically are not dead. They are in the Soul Stone.
Can we finish this?
Loki's
Boom.
not coming back.
All
Technically.
right. Going over to Sorcery Tree. So, speaking of Ultimate Hat and the disappointment and the changes to how we feel, it got replaced with something called Nimbus Cloak. I don't think Nimbus Cloak is a good replacement.
No, it's not.
It's
I feel
not.
like honestly, I feel like Nimbus Cloak should have been put in the fucking domination tree because to me, Nimbus Cloak it's a good idea and it's a good keystone, just not for a replacement of Ultimate Hat. Because someone made a very clear video. I forgot exactly who it was, and when I remember, I will link to you later. But he made a very clear video where he explained what the fuck is Mordekaiser gonna do.
Oh
He
wait, I
can't
didn't know
take the
this.
he can't take the ring
The
because he doesn't do
cooldown
mana.
is affected by cooldown reduction, bruh.
It
Bruh.
is. But the thing is, when Mordekaiser uses his ultimate, he's not gonna be able to use Nimbus Cloak. He's gonna be able to use it on his initial cast, and then after that thing is alive, when that spirit's alive and walking around with him, he can't do it again. He can't do it for a long ass
The
time.
problem is this.
So
This seems like something would be good on a fucking hunter, on something that goes to the
that's why I
jungle.
said this would be really good on the domination tree. They could have put this in the domination tree. That way, like I said, instead of something stupid like fucking cheap shot, you could take this and you can take Relentless Hunter. So we know that you're about to be the fastest fucking person in the world. You could do some
Yeah.
cool shit like that. But
So I want to change some of my major supports up because of that. Because I do use Ultimate Hat on a couple of them.
that's why
Yeah,
I'm like, it just feels weird to take out Ultimate Hat when Ultimate Hat was such a good one. Now I kind of get it. They probably
Annie.
wanted to nerf Ultimate Hat because it was just like
Yeah.
too. Ultimate Hat in a lot of ways was too good. Kind of like the way that they used to have the problem with the fucking the ring, and I can't think of its name now. Mana, what is it? Mana Bind ring or some shit?
Mana Band.
Yeah, Mana
Mana
Band.
Flow Band.
Mana Flow Band. Ultimate Hat is too versatile the way that Monofone Bland was when it first came out, where literally everybody can pick it. I used to pick it on fucking Urgot just so I didn't have mana issues up in top lane and I could just queue forever. So I get it. Ultimate Hat's too versatile. But to remove it and turn it into this bullshit that we know as Ultimate Hunter, it's just it's not a good replacement on either end. Ultimate Hunter is not Ultimate Hat.
This
Nimbus Cloak is
seems
not a good replacement.
this seems like a ability. This seems like an ability of a weapon, not of an item. I mean, not
Eh,
like a keystone.
I feel like well, it's not a keystone. It's just a rune. It's not a
Well,
keystone
wrong.
rune.
I
It's a
mean,
basic
wrong.
rune. It's just
Yeah,
like I said. It should have been a domination tree because we have two shitty runes in the domination tree.
yeah,
Buff the healing one and replace cheap shot because cheap shot's fucking stupid.
yeah.
Ooh,
This one's not setting right with me. It's not.
it isn't for a lot of people. So we'll see what happens. And then last change, inspiration tree. I'm not gonna talk about minion dematerializer because it's stupid. And when they change it to that new one that's going to be called Dreamcatcher in patch point 612, it's still going to be stupid. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Yeah,
Please.
I can
Please,
think of
Riot.
four different.
Riot. I'm looking at the camera. Just get rid of it. Just
Listen to the
do us
man.
all a favor and make a real fucking rune. Because it's not a rune.
I can think of six different rooms right off the spot that can replace that
My
shit.
dick's a better rune.
That's what his
Turret
girl said.
durability. Inhibitor health is down. Next to turret health is down. And they regen more health, apparently. That'll be interesting. But they can
Okay.
only regen up to a third of their health instead of regenning back the full. Granted, it took them forever to regen back the full, so this is definitely interesting. We'll see how that
Okay.
changes. Turret goal changed. It's not getting split amongst the team as much. What is this? Inner turret, local gold reward instead of 175 split amongst nearby champions, 300 gold split amongst nearby champions, and global gold reward, 100 gold to every allied champion. So less global gold and more split amongst nearby allied champions. So again, they're going back to the whole we want snowballing back. Baron Nashor, his attack speed's getting nerfed. His base corruption damage getting nerfed. Shit, it's getting cut in half. It's not a nerf.
Yeah,
Corruption
that's
damage ratio is lower and no longer apply corruption stacks. So,
oh Scuttle.
Baron's getting nerfed. Scuttle. I heard about this change. Everybody's been talking about this change. This is a smart change. Respawn time goes up, but shrine duration goes up. That way they both stick. So I'm okay with that. Again, jungle changes, they're not horrible and I understand them. It's just pathing has been changed and I don't feel like learning pathing again. And I'm a bitch baby because I don't feel like learning pathing again.
It's not
I'll
that
admit
bad. You'll
that.
be alright.
I know. Like I said, I'll admit that. Now that I've seen people explain certain jungle paths, I'm fine with understanding it and learning it. But regardless, still just makes me want to do top lane more. Jungle monsters. Okay, they changed what is this experience? Yeah, they did a bump to the experience, which is I'm grateful for because that makes pathing a little bit easier again. Last hit assistance. Oh, okay. So they're just right. They're changing last hit basically only for the patch of 8.11 just to help with the transition that they're doing for 80 carries. But after 8.11, it's not going to be a thing.
Right.
ARAM is getting the Butcher's Bridge treatment, and they're getting some crazy interesting changes. It'll be easier to get an actual S rank because it's going to be based on that. It'll be easier to do early surrenders and normal surrenders because of the time limit of the game. They're going to get 3 new items that are going to be fucking completely broken and busted as shit. Warmogs is getting removed. Dark Harvest is getting a nerf. So everybody's not buying a Warmogs because why the fuck does Anivia have a Warmogs and ARAM? Dark Harvest is getting nerfed because it became extremely busted. AOE heals when you pick up those little heal shrine things. So now it's
Mm-hmm.
basically just a fucking redemption every time you pick up one, but it's a full game redemption, so everybody can get affected by it. So now you have to fight over those little heal shrines. I feel like that's a good change because that's smart. I feel like bringing Butcher's Bridge back is smart because everybody loved it. There's just a lot of good things that they're changing to make ARAM better for quality of life, and a lot of interesting changes that they'll put in to see if they're going to stay and if certain things should pop up. Please,
Hey,
God,
Ro-
do not let Ghostwalker stay. That is a broken ass item. Everybody does not need fucking Kane's W on boots. That's stupid. That's really stupid.
that'd be
Spectral
awesome.
Cutlass Spectral Cutlass and the item that it builds out of is literally, and I mean it's legitimately, just fucking Echo's ultimate in an item that doesn't deal damage. That's a weird one, but okay. Bloodletter's Veil, the only one that I'm okay with. I feel like if they add Bloodletter's Veil though, no one's gonna buy a fucking Banshee's Veil ever again. And the big change to ARAM that I actually want to talk about that I think is great is expanding the free rotation pool to 42 champions, which is great because ARAM can actually be a lot more random instead of just it's between the 3 fucking characters I own. And finally, and I pray to God they start doing this for other fucking game modes. When you re-roll a champion, it doesn't go away. It sits on the bench. If they did this shit to Earth and all the other fucking game modes that have re-rolls in them, League, you are answering prayers because that is so fucking necessary. I hate when I reroll and I get something fucking worse. But if you put a bench and everything, makes everybody happy. So these are
Right.
all changes I'm happy about. Ping distance volume, no one cares. Instant feedback, no one cares. Bug fixes. Doesn't look like any bug fixes that are too crazy. I
Yeah,
mean,
nothing.
yeah, but it just doesn't look like anything that's like hey, it was a game-breaking bug that broke every fucking thing, and we finally fucking fixed it. It's typical bug fixes. And if it's a champion you care about, you'll be happy. If not, who cares? Level up rewards. Wow. 400, 425, 450, 475, 500. People need to stop beating their dick to this game.
Well, damn.
And let's see. We have, what is this? Swashbuckling Diana and Vladimir likes to suck the water out of you.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, and they got some
Yeah.
chromas too. So, this took way longer than I thought it was going to, but it was fun.
It was.
See how this goes in the future. We'll change up the format and hopefully in the future. We might even make a shorter version of this just so we can actually hit the high points so people don't have to sit here for 2 hours and listen to us scream. But we enjoy anybody that ends up watching it and ends up liking it in the future. Anybody else got any closing notes?
Zillion is not a champion. He's a piece of shit, and Riot needs to figure out what to do with him.
And that's a conversation for another day. We're gonna let bitch baby be bitch baby.
Okay, okay. Zillion is not a champion.
Hey, on. Any closing notes? I think you're muted, dude. Why do you keep muting yourself? How do you keep muting yourself?
Nothing that LeBlanc says or does is important. I don't give a fuck about the champ. Not being able to play her does not mean shit. Fuck people who play LeBlanc. Fuck people who play Master Yi. Fuck people who main. Like, why would you main support, bro? I'm so sorry, bro. Why would you main something that people get stuck in? If you pick support, if you pick support as your second pick in ranks, you will always get support because no one wants it intentionally.
And that's why we play with him. That's why Nelgrim is
That's
such an important person.
that
'Cause
is
he keeps
completely
us-
true.
You keep
Thank
us
you.
from being.
Thank you.
Look,
We love you
no,
for that.
no. I was mad one time. I queued up the rink. And somebody else got support. Like, what the fuck is this?
You know what probably happened? You know what probably happened?
How?
Riot said, we're gonna play some fuckery, and we're gonna autofill somebody in support, and we're gonna give you your second role.
No, they didn't
That
give
sounds
me my
like some
second role.
Riot shit.
Wait.
No, they did give me my second role. What the hell I'm talking about? No, they gave me top, and then top went into train for jungle, and I wrecked face. Went back to my.
You play Reckon in the jungle?
No, man, it was ranked. Why would I do that? I should do that, but no. I didn't want to make sure my rage. I chose Vi, and it didn't work.
Well, regardless, like I said, this was fun. This is Cross Echoes, Nelgrim, Aeon. We're out.
Yo, good one.
Wait. I want to end it with
What?
this.
I'm
Life
afraid
hand-
on what he's gonna end it with.
I don't. I'm scared.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think this is a good idea. I think every time he should end it with a meme.
Life
You gotta
handed
kinda
me
move us-
lemons.
You gotta kind of move. Wait, you gotta move picture in picture out of the way though. People can't see the full meme.
They can't.
No, picture in picture's in the lower left corner. It's over top of the meme.
My bad.
Next time you
Well,
should probably put picture in picture in the lower right corner.
Appreciate it.
Life handed me lemons, so
So I fucked them and gave them lemonades. Yes. Yes.
Okay, apparently we're ending on that note. Remember,
What?
people, you can always make lemonades.
No, don't make lemonades. Don't do that. Like, why would
I'm
we
done.
do? Like,
Internet
What
these
do
are
me
my
and Magic Johnson have in common? We both love pizza. Ah, you thought I was gonna say AIDS. Ah.
what? Can we?
Internet, these are my friends.
I don't know
Goodbye.
these people.
Wait.
This is just a strange ass Discord conversation.
Wait, Matt. Wait. I'm sorry. Cross. Blood brothers. Come on. Come on.
Get this
Fam.
shit off Twitch.
Can we not?
Can you
Are
just
we
end
just-
Twitch?
oh,
Just,
I'm ending.
uh,
he's a sick individual. He needs help.